Hear Jazzy B crying in the cafeteria. Remember, she bad and she don't want extra attention, so she in there. I act like I don't even hear it. What's up, y'all? What's up? Listen, I'm about to tell y'all this story about the time, like in the caption, I got beat up and poked up by my girlfriend in 7th grade, right? Before I get to this story, I just want to tell y'all, listen, I appreciate y'all, showing love, coming support, subscribe, all that stuff, watching my content, you know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, ain't no me, straight up. And I say that in the most humble way, you know what I'm saying? Not know, you feel me, like I can't do it, but you get what I'm saying, I'm talking too much. Anyway, to the story, right? So to tell this whole story, we got to start from the beginning. We got to give a background to these characters. So it's this whole relationship started off when I was in like 6th grade, right? I was in 6th grade, and you feel me? Believe it or not, I always been a quiet dude. Even though I'm a comedian and all that now, I always been a quiet dude. So there was a girl who liked me. I'm not gonna use her real name for the sake of this story. We're gonna call her Jazzy B, right? That's her name in the story, right? So Jazzy B, she was like that girl who was kind of overgrown for her age. You know what I'm saying? You know, the first girl to really pop outside, you know what I'm saying? She's saying little freaky stuff, and she was developed earlier too. You feel me? We in 6th grade, she already got titties, you know what I'm saying? All that, boom, right? So, and she was also a bad child, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was one of them bad students where you just like, she always in trouble. Long story short, though, she had a crush on me. And to be honest, she was the first girl to really put that pressure on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, boy, I want you. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day, she come up to me with the candy, put it on my table, look me in my eyes, like, yeah, we on that. You know what I'm saying? So eventually I gave in, because she wasn't an ugly girl. I just didn't like her. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't like her. So, but she put the pressure on me. At this point, in 6th grade, you know how somebody put so much pressure on you? I felt like I liked her. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we started dating, right? And I should have known it was going to be a little rough relationship because everything went bad since then. You're not supposed to experience shit like this as a child, right? So, like, you know how, like, in 6th grade, you can't wait to go to recess. You go to recess, we play football. It's who run the fastest, all that stuff like that. When I started dating her, all of that ended. When I started dating Jazzy B, at recess, what we would do is we would go to the back of the football field in the corner, and she would just twerk on me. We in 6th grade, that's all she doing, twerk on me. That's damn near like having sex at school at that age, you know what I'm saying? She just twerking on me. For the whole recess, whole 30 minutes, you know, the whole time. It was me, her friend, her two of her friends, and maybe like the dudes rotated. Only me and her stayed locked in. You feel me? So now I'm watching the dudes play football like I want to play, but you know what I'm saying? I can't turn this down, right? Long story short, you know what I'm saying? That's the background story. So now we fast forward. We dated over the summer, and I don't even realize how we dated over the summer because I'm a little older. I'm gonna tell you, we was old enough we didn't have phones. You know what I'm saying? It was only house phones at this time. So we wasn't talking every day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I may have called her once. I don't even know how that worked. Anyway, we went all the way into 7th grade. This is when our relationship really kicked in. You feel me? Now we known as one of the couples in the school. You know, like, it's Terry and Jazzy B, right? But remind y'all, I said she's a bad, I don't know if I said this yet, but she's a bad kid. Like, she one of them girls, like, you don't want to fight Jazzy B. Like, she pop off at the mouth, she bad in class, she all that. But you know, she had that kind of feel to her, like, y'all, you don't want to really get into it with her, right? So we get into 7th grade and everything going all good. We got our relationship going on and we sharing a locker and all that. And then out of nowhere, you know, we in 7th grade, we got new people in the school, right? So out of nowhere, she got this new friend. You know what I'm saying? This is my man. His name, he's my man now. Well, he was my man in high school, but you feel me? His name was Joe. Now, I could tell she liking Joe because Joe bad. You know what I'm saying? Joe bad. Joe got suspended on the first day of school. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Joe one of them. You know what I'm saying? He fight anybody. He just fought a teacher last week, you know? So he ends up coming to my locker a couple times and all that. They all doing jokes and stuff. I'm not feeling it. But at the same time, I'm not about to fight Joe because I can already see Joe a problem. And at this time, I feel like I fight real good. But Joe, he's mentally on another level. Like, he mentally don't care about none of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about getting suspended. He worried about going to jail. We on two different levels. You feel what I'm saying? So, boom. She started dealing with, like, just kind of bringing him into our circle, whatever. So now I'm getting jealous over that, right? So now I'm starting to plan my exit route. I'm definitely not about to fight, because then I remember I don't even like her like that. She kind of forced this on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I'm dating her, now other girls starting to flirt with me. You know how that go. You get a girlfriend, now all the other girls want you. Boom. So we get to this point, we was in middle school. We get to this point in middle school where we have a school dance, right? And I remember, like, breaking up with her or something, right? I remember breaking up with her or something. And we broke up, and I remember going to this dance. And at the dance, y'all remember middle school dances, best parties ever. I'm talking about everything lit. That all you doing is looking for cheat. At this age, you just twerking. I got twerked on by her. I got. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from with DMV, y'all know they put them clappers on me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody putting the clappers on me. You feel me? I'm going crazy at the party. I'm going so crazy at the party, like I'm single. You feel me? I didn't even tell her we broke up, but in my head, I'm single. You know what I'm saying? So I done danced with everybody so much. I'm so lit in 7th grade. The 8th graders come over. They try and dance with me. So I'm getting the clappers from the 8th graders. In 7th grade, getting the dance from the 8th grader just put you, you know what I'm saying? You on superstar status. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just became a celebrity around here, right? Everything was all good. We end up, you know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. She mugging me in the party, but we ain't even really speaking. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of understood, right? So I have a good time. Us and the fellas, you know what I'm saying? We all lit. I end up walking the 8th grade girl to the bus, because I think the somehow, some way that the dance was at the end of the school day or something like that, right? I end up walking this 8th grade girl to the bus. And as I'm walking to the bus, I'm geeking. You know what I'm saying? I'm on it, though. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know, we kind of dance together. So, like, like, will we go together? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I'm on that. Will we go together? You know, and she hit me with the, yeah. So now, out of nowhere, I done bumped Jazzy B, got me an 8th grade girlfriend. I'm the man around town. You feel me? I'm really him in this school right now, right? Boom, we get home. This a weekend. It hit the weekend. We go through the weekday. I call Shawty on the phone. You know what I'm saying? We wrapping up. I called Jazzy B, and I officially break up with her on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You know, I done moved on to better things, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hope you find happiness. Yeah, I ain't say all that, but that's what it felt like. I said, hope you find happiness. You know, I'm good over here, right? Hang up, boom. Call the other 8th grader. What's up, boo? You know what I'm saying? You know, I put that on you at the dance, and you put that on me, so we just like locked in. I'm good. She gone too. The 8th grader, she on me, right? You cute, da 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 da. Cool, boom. We get back to school on that Monday, right? In the school we went to, when you get there early, everybody sit in the cafeteria before they dismiss y'all to classes. You know what I'm saying? So we get in the cafeteria, and I can hear Jazzy B crying in the cafeteria. Remember, she bad, and she doing extra attention. So she in there, I act like I don't even hear. Me and my man, we walking right past her, right? But our tables are right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? We usually used to sit together in the morning. So I walk right past her, sit on the other table, turn this way, right? I turn this way. I'm talking to the guys, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything was all good. Boom, boom, boom. Woo, woo, woo. You know, we talking about the party last week. I'm telling them, you know what I'm saying? Got me a new little boo. All that. I'm thinking everything is amazing. This is when it get bad, right? I can hear her back there saying, he broke up with me. Da, da, da. Like, I'm cool with that. Let her go ahead and cry. This is when it got bad. My new 8th grade girl walks in and sits. I've never seen this girl in our section before. You feel me? She comes and sits right in front of my ex at this point And now she's trying to figure out what's wrong with her. She's like catering to her, like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Like, tell me. And here go my ex. My boyfriend broke up with me. My boyfriend broke up with me. Why? Why this girl say, who's your boyfriend? First of all, let's pause right here. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Who are you? Who are you? First, you need to be worried about me. I'm your new boyfriend. Why are you even trying to, who are you, Dr. Phil? Mrs. Phyllis? Like, come on. Anyway, soon as she say that, she say, who is he? My ex turned around. Oh, he right there. Pointing at me, right? All of this is going on. I'm looking through my peripherals, but I'm not looking, but I'm seeing this, right? She say, my new 8th grade girlfriend literally says to her, oh, that's my new boyfriend. Woo! Turn it up. Turn it up. So, Jazzy B, get on one. What? Tears turn into turn up. What? What's up? What's up? She turn around. She come over to me. Mind you, it's a table, and then there's a teacher, and then there's the stage, right? There's a table, me sitting, teacher at stage. She come around, look at the teacher, with her fist balled up, and just start mollywopping me. Monk, 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 monk. And all I'm thinking at this age is, all I know is, I'm only raised by my mom at this point. I just know never hit a woman. So at this point, I'm just getting crushed. Just bong, 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 bong. I'm looking at the teacher. Bong, 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 bong. Like, can you stop this? The teacher get up and walk out. And I'm thinking maybe she getting an administrator. Nope. Bong, 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 bong. It took my men who are dying laughing at this point to pull her off of me. Pull her off me. She like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me fucked up. Yeah, yeah. Doing all that, right? Cool. Now I'm embarrassed. Mind you, I'm not saying this just happened in front of like me, these two tables. It's a whole cafeteria full of kids at this point. We about to get dismissed right now. So it's 100, 200 plus kids in here. Now I'm embarrassed. I just got whooped by a girl. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, God, what, I'm supposed to hit her? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling the guys. I'm telling the guys, what I'm supposed to beat her up? They laughing me out. You know what I'm saying? They laughing me out. I'm feeling super depressed. I kind of stick around in the cafeteria while they dismiss everybody, right? I go to joint, like I try to go get an extra chocolate milk while they dismiss it. I stay in the cafeteria until they damn near everybody in class, right? Everybody in class. The hallways is empty. I finally kind of just like mope onto my locker. I get to my locker. I'm in the hallway by myself. I look down. I don't see nobody. I look down that way. I don't see nobody. I open my locker, right? I open my locker. I start to grab my books out. I get whatever I need for my first class. As soon as I open my locker, I lie to you not. I lie to you not. My ex comes around the corner with a spork. I don't know if what kind of school y'all went to, what kind of utensils y'all had, but a spork is a plastic spoon and fork that you use in the breakfast joint. She take the spork, she pull up on me, she get real close to me, pin me on the locker and ha, 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 and say, Chopper City, bitch. First of all, we are in Maryland. We are in Maryland. She just yelled a DC hood. I know she ain't from. She, Chopper City, bitch, and rolled out on me. So she beat me up, caught me lacking, and stabbed me. Who raised her? Who gave her this advice? Who told her how to move like this? This is grown man penitentiary moving right here. She beat me up in the lunchroom and came and stabbed me with a spork. And look, at this point, I'm so dramatic. I act like I really got hit up. I'm like, I slid down the locker. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm hurt now. I'm hurt. You done hurt my pride and you done stabbed me up. After that, I got back up when I realized I wasn't really stabbed. Got back up, ran to my class, and that was it. We was done. At this point, I was good. I had an 8th grade girlfriend. I already got beat up. Ain't no more consequences. I already got beat up and stabbed and poked up. But now I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now we on big time. You feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the rest of this, just because I ain't gonna tell another story about this. But I end up not even liking the 8th grade girl because she had these braces in her mouth with the rubber bands, and one time she smiled and she had a little guck right there. She kept asking me to kiss her. So I was like, nah. But then the 8th grade girls doing some freaky shit, like freaky shit for 8th grade. They like want to do handstand splits, and I gotta stand in the middle and kind of dance in between them. And then later on, I broke up with her, and then them two tried to jump me. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I just need to find me a little chill nerdy joint, because this ain't working. But that's my story about when I got beat up and poked up in the 7th grade. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. I got endless more stories. Yeah.